Hi, friends, and welcome to day 10 of the Transformation SparkOff. And today is the day that we put it all together. Yeah, so over the last 9 days, you have been practicing various tools for transformation. These tools would help you to power a life of design, to power a transformed life, a life where you did not react to external pressures, peer reviews, expectations and judgments of others. Instead, you would be powered by what is within you, your value, your vision for life, the way you want to share your life purpose into the world. And these tools that we've experimented with, they would give you the juice, the validation, the skills to lead that life of design, to lead that transformed life. Yeah. So the idea of putting it all together and creating a designed life now becomes really easy. So you have a toolbox. You have up to, and the list is endless. We have experimented with 9 tools of transformation that, in my experience, are not only very powerful, effective, and gentle, they're also comprehensive. So you don't necessarily need to go out and search for more tools. Were you to come across them and were they to be relevant in your life, then that just makes your toolbox more robust. So now the idea is that taking from this toolbox, we pick and choose and we create a design for every day of our life. Yeah. And how do we implement this design? So my idea is that we utilize the 90 minutes right after we wake up and 90 minutes right before we go to sleep as primary anchors for this life of transformation. So we use those 90-minute slots to practice our tools for transformation. So were we to practice our breath, which was the practice of day 1, we would do it in the morning right after we get up, or maybe right before we go to bed, or in both times. Same thing with movement. So there would be practices that we would use in the morning slot and in the slot before we go to bed that would anchor the day, and that would give us then the possibility to be reminded of our vision, to be energized, so our physical, mental, spiritual self is ready for this day. And then the third thing is to feel validated and safe, because our practices remind us of the person we are, of the power we have, of our unique areas of genius. Yeah, does that make sense? So what we would do then is we would cherry pick. We would look at this list of 9 and we would say that on a Monday, this is what's possible for me. I'm going to do my breath practice, I'm going to get my movement in, and I really am going to schedule in one meaningful relating experience. And it's a Monday, it's a crazy day, I have lots going on, that's all I got. And then on another day, Tuesday is the day that I'm going to own my food supply. So that's the day I'm going to make a run to the grocery store. I'm going to organize my pantry. I'm going to do recipe planning so that for the rest of the week, I have a clear idea of what my family and I are going to eat, and how it's going to be prepared, and what are the ingredients that are going to go into it. So this is the idea. And because you have 9 tools in your toolbox, you really never run out of combinations. And the idea, of course, is that maximum utilization, maximum juice in that 90 minutes when you first wake up, 90 minutes before you go to sleep, must have at least one practice in those 2 slots. That's the only must in this design. And then apart from that, you just stagger it through the day. Now, if you've got 15 minutes somewhere, you got a half an hour somewhere, you slip it in. So connection with nature. You got half an hour at lunchtime. Could you go have a walk at a neighborhood park or sit in a leafy veranda and just enjoy the beauty of being amongst nature. Yeah, so that's really the concept. And then once you get the knack, you just keep playing with it. So every single day you have it in your mind that you're going to try to squeeze in not less than two. So this is a second suggestion or maybe a guideline, not less than two practices and not probably more than 4 or 5, because then you get overwhelmed. Yeah, so this is this is like a beginning suggestion. Like everything in this program, accept the information, experiment with it in your own life, and find a system that works for you. That's the whole point of designing your life. You are the designer, so you can do whatever works for you. And the metric that you're doing the right thing or it's working for you is you end up feeling joyful, you end up feeling a sense of peace, of rightness. That's the metric. When you get that feeling of just being like everything is okay with the world, then you're obviously designing your life as it needs to suit you. Yeah, so that's the metric. Now, the takeaways. Today, for those who are on the mailing list, you will get these formats as attachments. For everybody else, at the end, there's a link. You can go there and download the sheets. I have 3 sheets. One is an instruction sheet for how you can start designing your life. So even if this video hasn't covered everything, I will have step-by-step instructions which you can follow and start to build designs for your day and then your week, and then keep multiplying it to design your life. The second sheet is a habit tracker. So some of these practices are new to you. So till they become part of your everyday life and move from a new practice into a long-term habit, it helps to track it. When you track something, you visibly see your success, and that visible success builds on itself and makes you more motivated to do it even more. Yeah, so it supports both motivation and accountability. And I'll also give you instructions on how to use the habit tracker. So that's the second document. And then the third one is like a format. So for those of you who use planners, paper planners, you can replicate that design. And for those of you who use digital planners, maybe you can just use that format straight away in how you can place the tools for transformation practices into your day in anchor positions as well as through the day, and how a typical designed week would look. So I'll give you a sample and a format, and you can fill that out. And again, these are the 3 documents that I make available. Yeah, were you to get stuck here, or if you have a question, immediately ask on the video here, send me a private message and I'll turn it around. This is the day, friends, that we bring it all together. Yeah, so you're now taking the individual tools, which are very powerful, and really raising the bar to another level. When you can group all these tools and start to understand what it means to design a life, you are literally moving a paradigm level. And this is the secret sauce. This is what separates a reactive life to a life of response. A life that is driven by external pressure to a life that is driven by what is inside you, powered by your truth. This is a secret sauce for a life of design. I am so excited that you have made it to day 10. Tomorrow we will close out the SparkOff by looking at next steps. Yeah, and again, questions, feedback, comments, welcome. I look forward to having one more chat with you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.